Some of the ableist troll comments I've gotten today have questioned how I can use sex toys if I can't open a box of frozen food. I can open those boxes, lol. What? If you're too sick to microwave a meal, you need full-time care. Yeah, you do. Correct. What fucking gobsmacked retard would struggle to understand such simplistic instructions? I think we need some sort of circumstance where these BLOBS freaks are wiped out. They're shilling a fucking queer dildo company. They're not a troll. I thought that too. Bro, come on, look at this. Who has seen the DoorDash discourse? I don't know if this is like a troll or not, this image. Who somewhat regularly eats microwave frozen meals. I can tell you it involves much more than just taking something out of the freezer and putting it in a microwave for a few minutes. There's getting the box open, firstly, which is often harder than it should be. And someone with hand pain or dexterity issues may not be able to get past that step. Then there's reading and understanding the directions, which especially when I'm tired is difficult enough for me. This can't be real, man. This has got to be some sort of troll. That's fucking retarded. You can't even cook yourself a microwave meal. This is the ultimate BLOBS discourse. Oh. Wait a second. What the fuck, bro? Are you serious? I guess it must be real because they blocked me. Dude, I've never even fucking interacted with this person before. Are you fucking for real? Oh, okay. We'll go in through, we'll go in another angle, okay? Good God. Okay, I can't show this. So, it's got a sex toy in it. Something I didn't get to successfully tweet last night due to being silenced by Twitter. Time for a dildo bath. Okay. What the fuck, bro? Oh, okay. No, it is real. Look. I have 10 mutuals with this person. If you find microwaving a meal this difficult, you genuinely need to be on some form of supervised care. Dude. I mean, dude, this is insane. Fucking follow policing because someone shit on you. God, these people are so wretched and pathetic, man. Also, what was that? Were people saying... People were saying, oh, ableist troll. Ableist trolls. Oh my God, man. Yes. Yeah, look, this is it here. Some of the ableist troll comments I've gotten today have questioned how I can use sex toys if I can't open a box of frozen food. I can open those boxes, lol. What? So you're capable enough to open and use sex toys, but you cannot cook yourself a frozen meal? Is this real life? People are just like, they're just happy in their complete and utter inadequacy in life, aren't they? Clearly. Waiting for when we understand. Queer as a label is different than queer as a... Fuck, dude, I can't even finish that tweet. Are you... Dude, come on. Where's the original thread? "20 mutuals. God, this person is totally the kind of insufferable freak that will just badger you. Right, here we go, guys. I got it. 5'10" or taller, according to Cora Harrington. Queer sex writer. Former sex worker. Hang on a minute. How the fuck are you writing shit if you can't even cook a frozen meal? So what, you can use sex toys and a fucking laptop or keyboard, but you can't open a frozen meal up and poke a couple of holes in it and put it in the microwave? You gotta be fucking shitting me here. Text to speech, possibly. That's true, I didn't think of that. Okay. So I guess, is this where the original discourse started? So basically, the long and the short of it is this, okay? Basically, a bunch of fucking cripples claim on Twitter, a bunch of alleged cripples claim that they can't even make themselves a microwave meal, and that's why DoorDash is like an essential service, and the fact that it's so expensive is bad, right? Obviously, normal people say, well, DoorDash is a luxury and you shouldn't need to order food in. Even if you can't cook normal food for whatever reason, you can just get a microwave meal, which is, you know, the next best thing if you like. But they're trying to argue that DoorDash is some sort of like essential service, I think, if I'm understanding it correctly. She can't walk to the microwave because of all the sex toys dangling from her neo-vagina. Okay, that is... I disavow that. Dude, where is patient zero? I literally just saw the tweet. I didn't think to look anything up because it's like, you know, such a crazy thing. Who's patient zero? What? Jarvis, raise DoorDash fees by 23%. Dude, what the fuck? I think it's to do with DoorDash fees going up, right? Is that what it is? Bro, I don't fucking know any of this shit. Dude, some of these takes are incredible. Half of you don't even know disabled people were among the first targeted and murdered in Nazi Germany, inspired by US eugenics law before and after the Holocaust, even to this day. You don't know US food laws were largely created to deny marginalized folks foraging food. America, right, is like one of the most, if not the most, accessible places in terms of food, right? Dude, am I blocked by this person too? Dude, you cannot be serious. All these freaks have got me blocked. Oh, it's the same person. Hang on. Sorry. This was just meant to be a little throwaway thing, so I didn't really look into it that much. Oh, that's the same tweet from earlier. It also seems everyone has a microwave. You can buy a microwave for the price of one meal from DoorDash. Depends on what... What? It also assumes everyone has a microwave.
How do I make money off depressed people?
$4.99 from Meso, but Chud, cooking frozen food doesn't have that same dopamine hit that Twitter whining and taking baths has. There's your answer.
Thank you very much for the super chat. Bro, you cannot be fucking serious right now. I'm not logged in, am I? I don't want to dox myself by mistake. Dude, I can get a microwave here for £55, like $70. I could probably get one cheaper if I looked. Cheap microwave. Yeah, I'm getting one here for £40, like $50. What about on Amazon? 55, 56. £40 is the cheapest. $50. You can get a microwave for $50. Also, who the fuck in America doesn't have a microwave, bro? It's America. These people are nuts, man. It's complete cope. It's total cope. Yeah, you get yeah, exactly. That's true, actually. Second, I mean, listen, if you put that poor that you can't afford a fucking microwave, beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Second-hand microwave, Gumtree. 25 quid. 25 quid. You know, obviously that's far away from me, but you get the gist. You can probably get a second-hand one for half the price, yeah. Okay, have you guys heard? I don't know if all of you heard about the bed blob thing or know what the bed blob thing means, okay? The term bed blob is a meme that came from one time I was talking about. Like, it was a conversation about phoning up the bank to get, I think it was to get rid of overdraft charges or something like that. And I was saying, like, you know, I don't know why people complain about overdraft charges that much. If it's like a one-off, normally you can just phone the bank and they'll take the overdraft charges off if you speak to them pleasantly about it, right? Normally there's a bit of leeway there. But then there were like some retards in chat, some leftoid freaks that were talking about how, like, you know, well, what if you're too anxious to pick up the phone? You know? Well, if you're too anxious to pick up the phone, you're going to have to learn sometimes to pick up the phone and start fucking dialing. And then it was like, what if you're disabled? what if you got no arms? You know, I was like, well, I guess you'd have to get someone to do it for you, wouldn't you? Right? And then beyond that, if you're like, okay, what if they haven't got any legs or arms, they don't have any friends, they don't have anyone to contact? And basically people were creating this dynamic of like a person that was like in their bed with no arms, no legs, riddled with anxiety, completely unable to contact anyone for assistance. And I was like, well, they're going to have to just wither away and die, aren't they? What else can I possibly say to that? You've created a situation where there's a literal impossible situation where someone cannot even call for help. So they're just going to have to wither away and die. And I called them a bed blob because the idea of you had this person with no arms and no legs in bed that can't do anything, withering away and dying, well, that's a bed blob. And so this is what I would call kind of a style of bed blob discourse, right? Where people create this situation like an impossible riddle to solve, where someone is so fucked that they can't even do the basic upkeep of their life. They can't even do the basic tasks that they need just to survive. Like wake up, get out of bed, have a shower, get dressed, eat 3 meals a day, go to bed. They can't even do that. And at that point, either you get help, and if you can't get help, well, then you're going to die. Tough shit. What can you say? What, you know, what can you possibly say? And what it is sometimes is people want to feel justified in their kind of laziness and in their complete inability to engage in just like normal human behavior. So they come up with these absurd ideas that DoorDash is like a human right. You know, DoorDash is some sort of essential thing that must be had in society, even though A, we functioned for a long time in society without DoorDash existing, and B, there's lots of other options for convenient food that don't involve making a full meal if you don't want to have to bother with that, you know? But also DoorDash is like super fucking expensive too, you know? Like normally if you get a meal from DoorDash, I don't know what it's like in the US, but once you get like, you know, the main thing and like a side, say, you're going to be looking at like 20 quid, right? That's possibly before fees and a tip. So normally it's like 25 quid for a meal, which is fucking obscene, especially if you're poor. But these people are suggesting that, yeah, it's like, it's supposed to be a luxury, a treat, something that's, you know, maybe you get a couple of times a month, maybe, you know? And that's if you're in a decent financial position. There are some people that can't get any fucking takeaway food. Anyway, this is this person's thread about it. Okay. All right, let's have a look at this thread, man. If you're too sick to microwave a meal, you need full-time care. Yeah, you do. Correct. Absolutely. Of course you do. How the fuck are you supposed to survive if you can't even microwave something, dude? Like, of course. You don't have full-time care, you must be faking. The comments I've seen about disabled people needing to use a food delivery apps are hurtful and judgmental. How did these people survive before DoorDash even existed? DoorDash is a new thing. You used to have takeout, right? Like pizza takeout or something. But it was the thing that DoorDash has done is just made that process a lot easier, and that it's all done by an app. You don't have to even phone a restaurant anymore. You can just do it all on an app, not have to speak to anyone except the delivery driver. The comments I've seen about disabled people needing to use food delivery apps are hurtful and judgmental. A thread on disability, ableism, and lack of support. There's a pervasive argument that many disabled people must have full-time care or they're not that sick. Temp-able people refuse to accept that many of us don't have a full-time option and need piecemeal help whenever we can find it. Many of us can't cook, clean, or drive. Also, chronically ill. Chronically ill. The hallmark of a faker. I'm chronically ill. Ooh. Yes. Oh my God, motor horse. That's such a good point. That is such a good point, right? I remember when I was younger, it was tiered like this. Okay.
That's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I use Just Eat because there is no option to tip. Then I give the tip to Chud instead.
Hey! Thank you for $3. Appreciate it. It's kind of tiered, right? It used to be tiered where it had like at the top of the effort chart, you had a full home cooked meal. So that's like getting all of the ingredients unprepared, preparing them, and making a meal out of it, right? Okay. So that's the top tier. That means like slicing all the vegetables, everything like that. Maybe you might use like tomato paste and tomatoes in a tin or something to make a bolognese, whatever, right? But that would be the top tier. And then underneath that, you'd have like, say, frozen food that you could just stick in the oven, right? So stuff that was pre-prepared but frozen, not a microwave meal, but you had to like put it in the oven to cook it, right? So there was some greater effort and time weighted there, right? And then underneath that was a microwave meal, which was like lazy evening. Okay, can't be fucked to cook tonight. I'll just stick a microwave meal in. 4 minutes, my food's ready and I can eat it and be done with it. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay, and then underneath that, you would have takeaway, which is the ultimate lazy treat when you can't even be bothered to use the microwave, right? So you'd call in an order. So that's like the lowest tier of the effort tree,
How do I make
right?
money off depressed people?
$5 from Puddle Sucker, Tomato, Nerd Face.
Thank you for the $5. But now it seems that we've kind of thrown out the top tier of effort, which is like cooking a whole meal, and that's forgotten now. That's not even part of the question, okay? Frozen food you put in the oven, too much fucking effort, okay? Now we've got two options: microwave meal or Just Eat. Microwave meal is now the pinnacle of food preparation effort, and anything beyond that is totally, not possible. So forget about it. Okay, and because microwave meals aren't available,
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make
delivery
money
meals are
off
essential.
depressed people?
€11 from Gooba Gabba. These perpetually online cretins somehow can't do a simple Google search on how to cook a meal. These leeches have been spoiled by their parents.
Very true. Thank you for the €11. Appreciate it. So it used to be that cooking a home cooked meal was just the norm, and people just did that. But now it's like microwave meal is the effort, and getting takeaway is also a bit of an effort, but needed because they're disabled. Yeah, I'll look at the TikTok, the Tiki-Toki thing in a sec. Yeah. Yet when we outsource that help, we get criticised. The most common criticism I hear is, if you really couldn't do those things, you would have a caregiver. This is a ridiculous argument. Do people think caregivers grow on trees? The reality is that many disabled people don't have someone who can support them in person. They don't live with parents, spouses who can help them with activities of daily living. They have to outsource. It's unreasonable to expect every disabled person to live with a family. Private caregiving is insanely expensive. God, this is a fucking... Dude, bro! What the fuck? So there's some truth in this, right? But I think the problem comes into it because people are complaining about like DoorDash fees and stuff like that, and people are like, DoorDash is a luxury. And no matter what fucking gobbledygook you come up with in your disability speech, yeah, DoorDash is a fucking luxury. 100% it's a luxury. Of course it's a luxury, okay? Because if you really can't afford, you're not able to prepare your own meals, you would have a microwave meal, which is the most minimum form of food preparation going beyond ordering food in. Because you literally take the sleeve off, poke a fork in it a few times, put it in the microwave, and cook it for 4 minutes, right? That's it. Simple. Job done. Jesus Christ. Bro, I can't believe people are writing this much about it. One I've seen a lot is, why can't you microwave a frozen meal? And as someone who somewhat regularly eats microwave meals, I can tell you it involves much more than just taking something out of a freezer and putting it in the microwave for a few minutes. This is insane! This is totally crazed, bro! What is going on? What the fuck is happening? I thought this take was a joke when I first saw it. There's getting the box open, firstly, which is often harder than it should be. What? I don't know what, in the UK, a lot of, well, it's not even a frozen meal. It's one you can stick in the fridge, but you can freeze them. They've got a little cardboard sleeve on them that you just pull off. I suppose there's ones where you've got to like open a box, but normally they're in a sleeve, aren't they? The ones in the UK just come in a little sleeve that tell you what it is, give you the nutritional information, the ingredients on how to cook it, and boom, slip that off, put it in. 4 minutes, you're hot to trot. And someone with hand pain or dexterity issues may not be able to get past that step. Could you imagine some person with hand pain? Oh, I can't eat. What am I going to do? And they just slowly are just withering away and dying because of hunger because they can't open a microwave meal. Their family member comes round after 3 weeks. Doris, are you okay? I couldn't open the microwave meal. Exactly, that's my bed blob point. Then just wither away and die, I guess. Then there's then there's reading and understanding the directions. Okay, wait a second. Okay, hang on. I've got a microwave meal somewhere. Let's have a quick look. Let's see if we can figure it out, guys, okay? Right, guys, here we go. Let's figure this one out, shall we? Okay?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Right, here we go.
From Camdog 301. They're cold, empty stomach aches on your hands, Chud.
Right, chicken chow mein from Tesco. All right, you ready? Cook noodles with cooked marinated chicken. Oh, it just explains what it is. Heating instructions. Right, guys, get your notebooks out. Get your notebooks out, guys. For best results, microwave heat. Remove outer sleeve and pierce film lid several times. Is everyone still on board? Is everyone still with me? So just in case you didn't hear it, remove outer sleeve and pierce film lid several times. Okay. Several, what's that? What does several mean?
Okay, that's
Does it mean
wonderful.
3,
But how
4,
do I make
5? I don't
money
know.
off depressed people?
$4.99 from Esso. If only we had modern tools designed to open cardboard. This dude has to be a brain-dead stroke victim or a poser lol.
Thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, so if you don't know what several means, I can see how that's a problem. Okay, but I'll continue. Microwave. If the item is chilled, 800 watts, 4 minutes 30 seconds. 900 watts, 4 minutes. Everyone understand that part? Okay. What's a watt? That's the wattage of your microwave. More expensive microwave have got a higher wattage. Basically, microwave more expensive, cook less. Microwave less expensive, cook more. Okay? There we go. Heat on full power and stir halfway through heating. Leave to stand for 2 minutes after heating. Stir before serving.
Off depressed people.
Monkey Junie became a member.
Thank you for the membership. Appreciate it. Everyone understand? I won't go into the oven instructions if we're not understanding the microwave instructions, but you get the gist, okay? What fucking gobsmacked retard would struggle to understand such simplistic fucking instructions? Are you serious?
But how do I make money off depressed people?
$5 from Mikey G. Chud. Those directions better be in Braille.
They're actually not in Braille.
Wonderful. But how
Thank you
do
for the
I
super
make
chat.
money off the
Dude!
$4.99 from ZM, Incorporated, instructions unclear. My hand hurts and I'm going back to bed. We'll try again tomorrow.
Instructions unclear. I've put my head in my microwave and now I've cancer. Can it give you cancer? I don't actually know. Anyway, dude, how on earth are you going to argue that's too fucking difficult to understand? And then on top of that as well, okay, what about a fucking app? So you're telling me that those simple set of instructions that will allow you to have a nutritious meal cooked within 5 minutes, maybe 6 if you struggle to fucking put your fork in it, okay? You're telling me that someone could then understand downloading an app and using an app? What? To me, it would be more complicated to download an app. I mean, it's not complicated, but you know what I mean? There's more steps and tasks that are required to download an app, set up an account, fucking put your credit card details in, browse the restaurant, decide what you want, order the item. Do you know what I mean? That's a much simpler process. But this person is trying to claim that this is going to present a barrier to people making a microwave meal. It's totally delusional. These people are just completely fucking making it up. Yeah, Swing Set Mafia's right. If you wanted to make the argument it doesn't taste as good, or whatever, sure. Maybe there's an answer there.
502. To quote Homer Simpson, are you sure God doesn't want it to be dead? I'm starting to reconsider eugenics.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do
Very
I make
true, thank
money
you. And Lady
off
J,
the
thank you for the
press
super
people?
chat.
$6.99 from Lady J. I genuinely have hand joint pain that can occasionally paralyze my hand for whole day. I have held a knife in my teeth, opened boxes and made food.
Like you make up a lot of shit you talk about all day. What? Are you serious? Oh, bro, you people just need to fucking... You need to... Okay. There needs to be a reckoning, okay? There needs to be a catastrophic event and the wheat needs to be separated from the chaff, okay? That's what I'm saying, right? I think we need some sort of circumstance where these BLOBS freaks are wiped out through natural causes. Nothing to do with it causing any violence, okay? Bro, Jesus Christ, man. You cannot be serious if you think that that is too difficult to follow. It is, get it out, put a fork in it, put it in the microwave for 5 minutes, food ready. Oh, little tip as well, they tell you need to open it and stir it. That's not true. It's complete bullshit. They just fucking say that, okay? You can put it in the microwave for 5 minutes and it'll come out heated throughout, right? It's complete cope. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they put it on the packet. You don't need to do it. You just need to fucking heat it up and it's done. Okay? If you can't heat microwave food, you deserve to die of starvation. You just do. I don't know how else to put it, okay? What other possible fucking thing can we do for you if you're trying to argue that you need DoorDash delivery because microwave meals are too hard to cook? It is absolutely fucking delusional. I've never heard anything so delusional in my entire fucking life, okay? The only thing that you could possibly argue is that maybe some microwave meals don't taste as good, okay? But what I would argue is that in the UK, you can get your sort of really cheap ones, which do taste a bit worse, or you can get the middle of the range ones, which taste better, or you can get the top of the range ones, which are like fancy fucking, fancy recipes and shit. There's lots of different options that you've got. And I'm pretty sure that in America, the land of the free and the land of capitalism, you probably walk into the ready meal section and there's about 1,000 different options for each meal, I expect. There's probably about 1,000 different varieties of spaghetti bolognese or lasagna or fucking corned beef hash or whatever the fuck you eat over there, okay? Because I've been in America and it's like, oh, I fancy a soda.
Okay,
and you
that's
go to the
wonderful.
soda section,
But how do I make
woof,
money
when there's like
off
fucking
the
1,000 different cans. You're like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Themselves to survive are clearly Dark Viper fans.
Full of man-made chemicals. You guys are delusional. That's not true. The cheaper ones maybe, but there's more expensive ones that are just fucking food items with some preservatives. Not full of man-made chemicals. I love your supermarkets. They're fun to walk around because of how extensive they are.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Thank you for
How
the
do I
super
make
chats.
money
Austrian
off
Painter,
depressed
thank you for the
people?
tip. Appreciate it.
$5 from Super Saiyan Solid Snk. The stirring is for the super paws that don't have the rotating plate in the microwave.
But Gus Van Vorst, you won't buy them. If you don't want to buy them, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, okay, they present an alternative for someone that doesn't want to cook a whole meal if
Okay,
they're
that's
feeling
wonderful.
lazy,
But how do
or
I
they
make
can't, or they've
money
got a
off depressed
disability,
people?
okay?
$5 from Mikey G. Same people used to say, I need someone to pick all this cotton.
Thank you for the $5. And people are saying that they can't cook a meal and they can't even cook a microwave meal now. A DoorDash is some sort of essential disability tool. It's delusional shit that's an excuse for people to be complete wastes. That's all that it fucking is. I just, I know most of you agree with me, and the best I can do is get one guide here, okay? Right? The best I could possibly hope for is getting one guide. But it's just, this shit is total brain rot. And this shit is getting, some engagement. Some people clearly agree with this. It's fucking insane. Anyway, come on, let's get through this thread and then we'll get in. I've spent way too long fucking spurging about this. Let's get into the main event. Oh my god, dude. I think I may have heard some comments about how this thread, but there were people talking about how DoorDash is easier for people with ADHD and whatnot too. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, the problem, because the problem is the way that, I'm not an economic expert, okay? But obviously, things that are, okay, maybe an economist can explain this better, right? But delivery has a lot of, costs associated with it that makes it more expensive, and then therefore it makes it a luxury product because it's a higher cost, right? Okay, that's how it works, right? So I don't even know.
That's wonderful. But how do I make money off
You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
$4.99
Okay.
from Meso. Even if these people knew that delis sell hot food, they still wouldn't step foot in a grocery store.
Thank you for the $5.
That's wonderful. But how do I make money?
God, you guys are absolutely throwing cash at me today.
$5
Thank you,
from
I appreciate it.
Magna Pedra. There was a guy on my ex's street that had his meals delivered to his bedroom window. These people are scary to imagine.
The reason that a microwave meal is inexpensive, obviously you got the raw ingredients, which are the least expensive option, but it can potentially cost more if you're like a single person, say, maybe in some situations. But normally, just buying the food outright and making it yourself is the cheapest option, because then you don't have to account for the cost of preparation and the cost of the meal because you're doing that yourself, right? And then microwave meals are a bit more expensive because they prepare it, but they do it en masse. So that reduces the cost. So you can get that in the UK for like $3 or $4, okay? And then obviously delivered food, higher labor costs, higher cost to deliver it to you, right? So therefore, thank you very much for the $5. So obviously that's like a luxury product then, okay? But these people are trying to turn what should be a luxury product under our economic setup into like a readily available low cost option when it shouldn't be. Because if you make it a readily available low cost option, how the fuck is this shit going to get paid for? Because there's a lot higher cost involved in like a chef preparing a food for an individual, especially when you're then having to fucking ship that food via a courier to your doorstep, you know? Because the thing is as well is like traditionally takeaway restaurants are factor in all of that and it's all factored into the way that they prepare it. But often with DoorDash and things like that, the way it works is it's a model of like a traditional restaurant is used for DoorDash orders. So a meal that would normally be served to someone at a restaurant gets packaged up and sent via a courier to your house, which incurs additional costs, right? So yes, it's obviously more expensive, and there's no way to fucking reduce the cost of that beyond expecting people to not get paid, beyond expecting that the restaurant or the courier service would just eat the cost of that. It's just delusional. It's totally fucking delusional, okay? And these people just want to completely fucking wreck the whole concept by making it that disabled people need it, therefore make it cheaper. It's fucking retarded, man. Anyway, let's get through this. Usually the directions include things like puncturing a plastic cover, or peeling it partly completely back, or puncturing and then microwaving a bit, and then peeling and stirring part of all the food, and then more microwaving. All of which means standing for a number of minutes, if not also walking back or forth. These people cannot be serious, dude. Is this real? It is real. This person's a fucking weird freak. How can this person be for real, man? All of which means standing for a number of minutes, if not also walking back and forth. It's not a troll. They've got me blocked on their account, and it seems like they're genuine in the terms of these are their takes. FYI, for all the folks in here in good faith, I am simply blocking the ableist trolls. Feel free to do so as well. The funniest replies to this might be the ones in which someone reads a post that literally says, I somewhat regularly eat microwave frozen meals, and then chose to mock me for being unable to eat microwave frozen meals. Because you're making it sound like you're climbing Mount Doom. You're making it sound like the plot of Lord of the Rings, where you've got to travel across the entire land to dispose of the one ring in Mount Doom, or society's going to come to an end. No, it's not.
They might get spooked and puncture their temples.
Thank you very much for the $5. It's not bait. I thought that at first too, but I'm telling you, it's not bait. They're shilling some... Look at what they're shilling here. Uberrhyme is a fucking rad indie queer dildo company. They're shilling a fucking queer dildo company. They're not a troll. I thought that too. Bro, come on, look at this.